Good morning, everyone. My name is Caroline Mora, and I'm an international student from Nairobi, Kenya. And my collection of pictures represent my different identities that I have drawn in the different phases of my life. So, my first photo. So why I chose this first photo is because it represents an intersectionality of my race and gender. And looking at this picture, it depicts the hair texture and the skin color of an African woman. It was not until I came to the US that I realized that straightening my hair is considered as one of the ways we conform to the white beauty standards, while in Kenya, if your hair is not straightened, it's considered as untidy. Therefore, I would always straighten my hair, especially while going to church or going to school, or if not, I'd have to braid my hair. I would always spend so much time and money while engaging when managing my hair and trying to match the beauty standards. So, my next photo, why I chose this photo is because it represents an abstract form of my race and gender. So we see the lips with the lipstick on showing is of a woman. The lips are of a woman, and the woman is biting a fruit. So this, as an African woman, our bodies are often very curvy and it's easy to gain weight. This picture reminds me of an instance during my first year of high school when my older brother told me to be careful that I should not get too thick. I internalized this comment and picked up behaviors of eating healthy and exercising very often to maintain my weight. I would often engage in body surveillance just to keep my body weight in check. Then after high school, my brother made another comment that I shouldn't be too slim. This got me confused. I now realize that this was a time when Black women celebrities had set another beauty standards of having big hips, big boobs, and tiny waist. So from then on, I decided not to take it personal because I would end up having body dissatisfaction and try to meet the beauty standards set. So onto the next photo. This photo, I chose it because it also represents my race and gender, but also it represents me as identifying as a cisgender woman. And this picture it helps me recognize that I have the social privilege of identifying as a cisgender, and I should be aware of the different forms of discrimination which may come as in form of microaggression, just making comments of the transgender women. So I should be aware and be very careful when making comments to them or just communicating to them. So my next photo, why I chose this photo is because as an international student from Kenya, I was born in an upper middle class family where I was able to access education and good health services without having to struggle for it. However, in the US, with an F1 visa, I am now considered as an immigrant. Therefore, I've moved to the working class status, and I have to consider working while in school and also have to acquire education that will make me competitive and competent in the job market. So this is a form of oppression where I have to be in competition with the black male gender, yeah, the black and white male gender to get into the positions of power or leadership. Yeah, so my next photo. So why I chose this photo is because I identify as a heterosexual, meaning that I am attracted to men, and it depicts how growing up in Kenya we were sexually socialized to be attracted to the male gender. This was shaped through the gender roles. For example, only the women are were allowed to go to the kitchen to cook or do the house chores or take care of the home, while the man works outside the house and is the breadwinner. Hence, with this model, as an African woman, we experience the benevolent type of sexism where it is assumed that every man ought to have a woman who adores her, and the man is assumed as a natural leader, while the woman is naturally better at working at home. However, I recognize that I have a privilege of identifying as a heterosexual and that I don't have to, like, for example, I don't have to come out and because it's natural, like it's natural to be attracted to either. It's considered natural to be attracted to the male gender while you are a woman. So that is the end of my presentation, and thank you so much. Thank you for listening.